What's up everybody? Hoof GP here. Today we are headed to a farm that has a type of animal on it that strikes fear into the heart of hoof trimmers right across the world. This is a farm that houses an animal so scary and so fearful that I try to avoid it at all costs. But today I haven't managed.
I won't let it rush when I see you dance, and the moment comes when I fall and time goes slow. I fall into you. I met him on a sunny day in late July, and everything turned upside down. I almost lost track of time as weeks went by. I couldn't get him off my mind. I told him I want that great love, like standing in the middle of a bonfire. You don't know how you got there, but you hold tight, knowing that you can't get burned. Just tell me how we lost track of everything but each other. I honestly don't know. And tell me how we messed up, drifting away from each other. Didn't want to let you go.
So these fearful, hateful, scary and potentially violent creatures are Jersey cows. Jersey cows are extremely cute and they're usually really friendly, but when you get them in an environment that they don't want to be in, they can be seriously mischievous. Personally, I'm pretty sure they're more intelligent than other cows, and that's why they are the way they are. Plus, most crushes, especially hoof trimmer crushes, aren't built for Jersey cattle or cattle the size of Jerseys. They don't restrain them quite as well as they do a Holstein or a large beef animal. They look good when they're in the field though. Jerseys have got little tiny black feet, and people always say that black feet are far better on an animal. They're much firmer and much stronger, and melanin, the thing that gives it the pigmentation, is slightly tougher, but really I think it's more down to the animals that have the black feet that make them good on their feet, not the actual horn that is black. And it's a great example of one size does not fit all. If you cut this foot, for instance, to 75mm long, it would be down here and far too big for her. So you need to trim each cow's foot to the proportion of the cow. Jerseys are really suited to a grazing style system of farming, and that means that their feet usually wear really well. Look at this one, for instance. All I've done is mod it out slightly, and that's it, she's good to go. The difference between an average trimmer and someone trimming professionally full-time is that they'll spot what's wrong with this claw straight away. Can you guys on video? Because to me, it's really obvious. See, she's got a double sole. Because she's got that, and because she's got this little dark spot here, I know that those two are going to join up. So I can take my knife and slice all the way through. Just like that. Now there's enough of a height difference between the two claws for this to heal without a block. That's actually dermatitis that's causing that. She probably wore her feet through, created a crack somehow, dermatitis has got in and taken away that whole bottom layer of the sole, creating what we call a double sole. But it's a white line problem with dermatitis that's the actual problem. The double sole is the symptom.
Bandage usually stays on for about 4 days. We put that in our sheets to say remove bandage in 4 days. It's usually dried up and now all hard by that point, so it should come off. And I'll leave it nice and clean.
This system really couldn't be much better for working with cattle, to be honest. Everything makes sense. Go on, up you go, go on. And this is what you spend your day doing when you're working with jerseys. Come on, come on lass. So here's actually the worst foot of the day. As you can see, she has got a seriously bad digital dermatitis, hairy wart, Mortellaro infection on this back left foot. This farm doesn't actually suffer from dermatitis as a rule, but these heifers were reared on a completely different farm. Here I'm going to show you the best way to treat your cows which have severe digital dermatitis. So first up, trim them as you would, get the length right, get the height right, and then as you can see, what I'm doing right now is opening up that interdigital space as much as you possibly can by giving it a really deep model. That allows more air and oxygen in, which will actually naturally start to kill the dermatitis just by itself. Plus it'll allow the muck to disperse from that area. After that, give it a really good clean. You can see I used a sponge with iodine and water. Now I'm spraying it with some neat or 10% iodine, and we're going to wrap it with an iodine based paste. This is the best way to cure this digital dermatitis lesion. It's too big just to leave it open to the elements. It really does need this iodine to penetrate as deeply as possible, and I have no doubt that that is that cow fixed.
Told you I could never let you go. I am not so sure you believe me, but if I mean to show you, I will never let you go. No, I don't see the logic of things. It's quite a lonely world that we're living in. Oh baby, you I'm sure everything makes total sense when you're next to me. Oh, everything makes total sense when you're next to, when you're next to, when you're next to me.
You guys think I'm joking about it being scary and vicious and evil beasts. Trust me, they really are. Look at this one, for instance. They're clearly just deciding whether to attack or not. Best move. To be honest, these little cows are awesome. They produce really, really protein-rich, butter-fat-rich milk. That's fantastic for ice cream and butter. There's just around 300 at this farm right now, and they're actually in the middle of calving because they all block calve. So they all calve during the winter, and then these cows actually graze outside for the rest of the year. So they have a really, really good life. They're really well looked after, as you can see. They're happy little creatures, as long as you're not working with them. Because I wasn't joking about every hoof trimmer's nightmare. They really are. Obviously, these cows yield much less than the larger Holstein cousins or relatives, but like I say, their milk is extremely rich, so it's really high valued compared with the Holsteins. Well, I say really high valued. It's of higher value anyway. So that kind of allows for the fewer litres that these cows do. It's absolutely chucking it down right now. And we have got to wash the crush outside. Yay! What were you guys saying about Scotland being awesome? Not so much on a day like this. Hi Craig! Hurry up mate, get in.
Can I get in please? Can you unlock the car please?
It's chucking it down.
Come on, let me in. Today, Graham.
Are you actually getting soaked?
Yeah.
There you go, I've unlocked it. Oh no, locked it again. So that is us finished for another day and for another week. And I couldn't be happier about it. It's absolutely freezing here in southwest Scotland, and we've been washing outside. So my hands are totally numb. I do like jerseys to look at in the field. I need to really, really clarify on that. It's just when you work with them, they're like little devils. I don't know if it's because of their intelligence levels or what, but they're little buggers. Guys, as Thomas says, what doesn't take a day off? Safety. Danger, danger, danger.
Couldn't get him off my mind.